Good morning. I hope you're well. I swear people only watch this hoping that I'm going to fall over at some stage, and you probably can't even see the dog because it's so bloody dark. One of the things that everyone talks about is they talk about Hump Day and they talk about Wednesday. Oh, how are you getting on with Hump Day? Like halfway to the weekend, and people sort of say this really hard thing to kind of get over, and you want to get past Hump Day, and then it's that short trip to the weekend, which it's a bit of a miserable way about thinking about work, isn't it? It's like, oh, now I've got that out of the way. I'm almost at the weekend, and it's this perpetuating cycle of just desperate for a weekend, desperate for escape, and then the problem is you spend the weekend thinking about work and all the stuff that you should have done, and beating yourself up a little bit, or sort of getting a bit miserable. But I used to find one of the hardest days was Monday, and yeah, you'll see on social media a lot of people do Motivation Monday because people don't have any motivation. But motivation doesn't really last, and it's more like that dread that you have on a Monday. Like you go to bed wound up, you wake up on the Monday morning stressed, wound up, kind of can't work out why. But a lot of it is just because you've got this overwhelm of the week ahead. You know everything that you're going to have to do, all the work that you've got coming up, and you don't know where to start. Now the problem is if you don't know where to start, you'll sit there and you'll flip between 5, 10 different things. You'll sort of dance around it. You'll do your email because that's what needs to get done. You'll go to some meetings. You'll sort of do some research for the things that you think that you need to do, and then suddenly it's Hump Day, and you're desperate for the weekend because you haven't really done a lot. You feel a bit frustrated, but at least the weekend's coming, and then you'll be happy. But obviously it doesn't because it's a vicious cycle, and then what you end up with is that stuff that you procrastinated over and sort of couldn't decide what to do on Monday suddenly becomes urgent on the Thursday or Friday. Or maybe it's like the following week, it suddenly becomes urgent rather than just something you need to do. And then you're wound up as hell. You're desperate to do it. You're working late. You're getting up early. You're neglecting your health. You're not having lunch breaks. You're not doing all this stuff. You're not spending time with the kids because you're desperately trying to get this stuff done. That actually, if Monday morning, and here's the tip, if Monday morning or maybe Sunday night, you just sit down for a little bit and you plan out what's the most important things that I need to do this week. What are the things that are going to move me forward as a person in my job with my family, and then prioritize them. So make sure you've got them plotted within your week. Like whether it's like Monday you're going to work on that big presentation, Tuesday you're going to do your monthly report. Just make a note of what days you're going to exercise or what days you're going to do some socialization. Because once you've got that structure in, your mind has so much more clarity. So then you don't get this kind of overwhelm and dread. It's why it's actually quite nice doing it on a Sunday evening because you're like, this is what my week's going to look like. Yes, you go to bed kind of with a plan, and then you wake up with a plan, and it becomes a lot less stressful. So give it a try. If you're having Monday dreads, ping me a message. Love to have a chat with you to give you some more helpful hints and tips. But if not, give that a try about just setting your intentions, planning your week, and really going for it. So with that, have an awesome day, have an awesome week. See you soon.